Hi, welcome back to Building Materials 2. This week we're going to talk about building membranes and their application in the construction and building industry. We have changed the structure and look of the PPT slides. It looks better and it's easier for you to get main ideas of the presentation. I will change the structure of previous presentations in a few weeks' time. If you need a new one, just come back to the Moodle site in a few while to check the latest updates. The topic of this week is building membranes. We're going to first introduce you what is a building membrane, and we'll then introduce several types of building membranes to you, and we're going to focus on waterproofing membranes, and for the other types you want to check the materials I will put into the Moodle site. And of course we're going to talk about the advantages and disadvantages of the building membranes. Building membranes serve as the building material which separates the interior of the building materials from the outside environment. For example, we have a concrete here, and we want to make sure that it is not exposed to rain, to sun, and humidity. And therefore, we introduce a membrane just outside of the building material right here to prevent the materials from the exposure. While choosing the right building membrane depends on the perceived purposes, such as why are you going to need those membranes, and when are you going to use it, and where. Some building membranes are developed to prevent water penetration, while some others are developed to prevent vapor penetration and heat flow. While it depends on the purpose of the use, then you can choose the right building membranes. Why do we need waterproofing membranes? Various materials used in building construction and other civil engineering projects, such as roads and bridges. Roads and bridges are influenced by water penetration. While such as here, we want to build an underwater tunnel, road tunnel, and the concrete can be influenced by the water, such as cracks and pores. Therefore, we need a waterproofing method for such material to prevent the cracks and pores and the influence from the water. One way to do this is to use membranes as waterproofing materials. Like I said before, you can insert membranes just outside of the building material, such as the concrete here, and the sun and heat and water will not penetrate through the building membrane to influence the concrete here. However, this can lead to two problems. Membranes tend to oxidize during short periods of exposure. So if the sun is too strong and the heat or the rain is too strong, the membranes tend to oxidize and it will not work as good as it is new. Secondly, exposed membrane surface tend to become fouled by dust. So we have to clean it regularly to make sure that it works. In order to overcome the two problems, there is this new waterproofing membrane that has recently been developed. The building membrane is shown in this figure here. It is indicated by 10. And it has several layers, and the layers has different functions, such as the number 4 is the carrier sheet, and number 5 is the pressure sensitive adhesive layer, and number 9 is a pressure sensitive adhesive layer. So when we put the building membrane onto the building material we're going to protect, such as number 12 here is a building material we're going to protect, And due to number 9, the pressure-sensitive adhesive layer, the membrane will be attached to the building material. The core of the waterproofing membrane is number 4, the carrier sheet. Since it is protected by the number 6, a protective coating layer, and the sun and heat and humidity will not influence the core of the building membrane, which is number 4. There are other membranes that are designed for other purposes, such as heat insulation, soundproofing, and roof gardens and green roofs. I will put some examples of these in the general forum in the Moodle site. If you want to learn more about these, please visit the Moodle site and visit the general forum. The workbook activity of this week is to find building membranes that are designed for roof gardens. Roof gardens are more and more popular, or in Australia or in other worlds. So you need to find the type of membranes that can be used to avoid water penetration. And there are 3 tasks you should do in this week's workbook activity, which is to first define the type of building membranes and provide a sketch. Well, please do not use the sketch I have provided in this presentation. And of course, you will have to provide the necessary waterproofing strategy. Well, that's the end of topic 4. It's a small topic, and I will post the other reading materials in the general forum. If you have any questions, post it to the forum, and I will get back to you soon.